This is jewelry try on application, and this is the way you can try on different types of jewelries on your face through this application. So basically the concept behind this application is, if a jewelry shop doesn't have the jewelries in the shop, the designs that they sold earlier to their customers, if they don't have those handy in their shops, they can simply use the images of those designs, and then they can show it to their customer. The customer comes in the shop and he can just see, he can check, he or she can check how he will look in that jewelry design. Okay, so this is the complete concept of this application, and I've showed you the complete functionality, what all things the user can do, what all things a customer can try through this application. You can add other options also over here, and with each option you get a window here in which you get to see the images which you place in these folders. So if you see here, this is the complete structure of the application. So there are three folders: earring, necklace and nosepin. In nosepin I have two images, in necklace I have four, and in earrings also I have four images. Now here if you see, we have four different necklaces which are coming from these images. In nosepin we have two options which are coming from here, and in earrings we have four options again which are coming from here. Okay, if you will place some more images here, you will see them over here in this window for earrings. Same goes with necklace and nosepin also. Fine. Now there is this simple Python file in which the complete code, try on code is present, and here if you see, I've used MediaPipe and CV2 as the base libraries which are detecting the position of the neck. They are they're taking the images and then they are placing it at the correct position. Okay, then there is NumPy, OS and Math for calculating different things like calculating the size of the image, calculating the distance between the two ears, calculating the neck area. All that is done by these three libraries. Let me come down now. So this is where I am capturing the video from the device's camera. There are three different categories: necklace, nosepin and earring, for which we have defined a dictionary here. Then comes some basic functions that we are using for calculating the things, for placing the image on the video being captured by the camera and all that stuff. Overlay PNG means the function which is responsible for taking the image, calculating the height and width of the ears and neck and all, and then making the changing the sizes of the image and putting the image on at the correct position. So this is the function which is responsible for that. This is a function which is responsible for calculating this rating for necklace. Okay, so if you see here, at present it is 4-star. Then if I'll go back, see the stars have got reduced, right? So this is getting calculated through this function. Then we have calculate nosepin rating. So the way we have calculate rating for necklace, for nosepin we have this function which is calculating the ratings for the customer. Then we have calculate earring rating, so it is for the earring. Okay, so these stars that you see here for earring, they're coming from calculate earring rating function. Then we have this draw panel, which is for drawing the panel on top of the face. Draw stars, so the stars are getting drawn through this function, draw star. Okay, then we have draw rating. So this is the one which is responsible for filling the stars. How many stars needs to be filled? So if the person is looking extremely good, it will fill all the five. He is looking okay, it will fill only two, and so on. Then we have mouse click. So when we click on any of the options, so there is something which happens on the screen. So it is because of this mouse click function. Then we have this for calculating the landmarks, face landmarks. So this is something which is inside MediaPipe, which comes by default with MediaPipe library. Now here we have the control statement for necklace. Okay, and this is a complete calculation that the backend is executing for placing the necklace exactly on the neck of the person. Okay, so that he can see how the necklace is going to look like on his face. Then we have this calculation for the nose pin. Okay, here if you see, we are calculating the uh, the nostrils top area, the position of the nostrils top area. When I say nostrils top area, it is this nostril, and we are calculating the top area of this nostril. If you want, you can further move it on the top, but at present I don't think it is required. I think it is sufficient enough. We can definitely increase the size of this nose pin just by increasing this number over here. Then we have this part for the earring. Okay, so we are calculating the left as well as right earring size, and the bottom part of the ear, and then we are putting the earring on that bottom part of the ear. Fine. And finally comes this rating, and we can simply press the escape button for closing the window. If you want to run it again, you can simply use python main.py and it will come again. So this is a complete structure of the application. This is how this application works. If you want, you can further enhance it. You can add more options to it based on your requirements, but this is something which is going to be very beneficial for the jewelry makers, people who own jewelry shops. They can use it for different types of things, for letting the customer try on their designs which they have done in the past, which they already have in the shop. They do not want to give the sample to the customer handy, and they just want them to feel the design through images. So this is something which can definitely help those jewelry makers. I hope you guys liked it. That is it from my side in this lecture. Bye bye, take care, and have a great day, guys.